friends, Melissa here, and happy Monday. I just wanted to come in with some motivation and something that I was reminded of in an activation call that I was just doing a few minutes ago. And so I wanted to share it here because it feels like it's definitely in divine timing and not only in service to myself, but in service to others. I wonder if you've ever seen the movie Mount Everest. I had seen that at the, they call it the IMAX, the big surround 3D dimensional movie place, years and years and years ago. And I remember when I watched that, first it was like amazing to just be in that experience. You felt like you were there, especially in that type of theater. But the ideal behind this and what I want to share with you today is the first person that came up with the ideal, I want to climb Mount Everest, didn't just strap on a backpack and head up the mountainside. Maybe they did try, because we know there was a lot of failures that came with the attempts to even climb, not taking into consideration the coldness or the oxygen levels, and just really understanding the whole process of in preparation of being able to make that strenuous hike up to the top. So what happened for me in this conversation today, it reminded me back when I did see that for the first time and how it relates to my life and supporting others on their journey. And the fact that we have that goal in mind. We want to be at the top of Mount Everest and put our flag in the ground, right? But there's preparation. We can't just jump out and do it, because there's things that we need to be aware of. And as you navigate your life, your story, work towards your goals, you know this to be true. Not everything works out as planned. Not everything goes according to what you thought it would. And there are moments when you have to pivot or reframe or just stop altogether and refocus. And if anything, that's, the learning is part of the learning is getting to that result. So then the next time you can do it better. So it's a blueprint almost. So when you're thinking about these big goals of climbing Mount Everest, what are the tools that you need in your toolbox? What are the things that you really need to know and understand in order to be able to get there quicker, faster, have those rapid results? If it's talking about making money, if we're always talking about there's not enough money, we're always going to have not enough money. But if I want to make a certain amount of money, first of all, I got to know what that amount is. And oftentimes people will shrink because it's like, well, I would like to make $250 an hour, but I could probably charge $65. Like, there's a big disconnect. So there's money stories that are involved. Plus there's also this between, the ego and the higher self having the conversation, which I like to take the ego and just flick him off the shoulder. Go to the playground and play. We're having an adult conversation here with me and my higher self. Connecting that understanding of, if you initially said, I'm worth $250, then that's the amount that you're worth. That's what you want to call in. That's what your system desires. But we shrink and feel like, well, no one's going to pay me that. I don't know who would pay me that. I don't even know what I would offer in order to get paid that. And that's where we start cutting off all those endless possibilities and infinite opportunities. So how do you change that? Well, one, you can say, I value myself at $250 an hour, but for a limited time, I will charge $125 an hour. So now you've kind of eased up on, okay, it doesn't seem as scary as $250, but the $125 is still a little stretch, but it still feels good. So we're stretching ourselves. But then also you think about it in terms of, you're already trying to think, well, who's going to pay that? Well, you let that go. You let the cosmic kitchen take care of that order. All you have to decide is, what is the end result? If I'm going to climb Mount Everest, I need to know what is the end result of me doing that particular goal, that task, that desire. I'm passionate, I want to do it, but what's the end goal? And that can be reframing my mindset to say, well, on the other side of it, there's going to be a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment. It's going to give me a thrill like no other. It's going to put a big old check mark on my bucket list, whatever that is for you. So the same thing, if I'm making this amount of money in my business or my career or my job, then I need to relate that to what is the end result. It gives me experiences. I get to pay all my bills. I get to save money. I get to take trips. I can support a local charity, whatever that money does for you. And once you know that, then you can just set that aside, because now the Cosmic Kitchen knows why you want to claim or call in this type of income for yourself. Then it's aligning then with, okay, the first step would be is, I want to support others. I want to help them get to where they want to go. And that looks like me doing this for them. What's the end result? One of my coaches always said, you've got Island A and Island B. The person on A wants to get to B. How do you get them over there? It's the boat. What's in the boat that's going to get them to jump in and get to the other side? But when they get to the other side, what are they going to receive? So it really is the same when you're doing one thing is how you do all things. So if you're setting these goals for yourself, you're setting these big, scary, audacious dreams for yourself, it's about just bringing it all back down to manageable understanding that your system can understand, can support it, but also stretching it a little more. So if you're someone that your income's always been around $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, that's what you've known to be true. That's what your family has always made, or something like that. There's a belief there. What if you were to make that on a monthly basis instead of a yearly basis? Yeah, that seems like freaking impossible. And I know people who have done this, and I know what my income has changed over the course of the last couple of years because I learned to think beyond what the expectation is and what the bigger dream is. And the more I can dream bigger and the more I can implement those steps, the more I start achieving those goals and start finding my way to the things that I attract more of and out of the blue opportunities and experiences. So I said a lot of information here. I hope it's resonating with you, but the bottom line is think about your Mount Everest. You're climbing it. You want to get to the top of it, and just know, why do I want to get there? What's the end result when I get there? And then what's the preparation? And the preparation may take some time, energy, and effort, but if you can get that clarity of what's keeping you stuck and stalled, knowing that you're not using the right language, knowing that you're not taking advantage of maybe some of those things that are available for you, or you just don't even know where to start, this is where I can help. This is where I can help you as a one-on-one client, and I also can help you with this 12-day or 14-day intensive that's coming up starting November the 30th, the Progress Toward a Purpose. These are two things that I know work the magic. I have multiple testimonials on my Facebook and website. I also am continuing to work with new clients who are experiencing rapid results within the first month of working together. They're leveling up, they're seeing the direction, they're being held accountable, they're learning to execute more quickly because the execution leads to the next thing, and the next thing is going to take them to that next thing. So just like Mount Everest, I've got all my gear, my camping gear, my equipment, all the things that I need, and I can start that journey, that trek up that mountain to get to Mount Everest. And I know it's not going to be done easily, and I know I'm willing to put in the time and effort, and I know I'm willing to show up and be bold, and just know that everything is working out to my highest and best good. Out of this situation, only good will come, and I am safe. That's my mantra that I love to use, and I hope that you will start using that yourself. And please get on a call with me. If you are even having the slightest notion that you would love to have a conversation with me and we've not worked together, this is the time to really experience it. You've seen me through video. You've also probably been to some of my webinars or some of my engagements that I've been a part of, but let's have that one-to-one conversation. There's a lot of you out there that I know are looking for this type of support, and the thing that's keeping you stuck is the finance part of it. I can't afford it. But how can you not afford to create your life by design, to really get into that higher self, that knowingness that you are here to play a bigger game? And I want to support you in getting there. So again, tap into my calendar. Let's get you on the schedule. Let's have the conversation. So then when you're ready, everything will look clearer, and you will have a direction and a focus for what's next. Again, remember, November 30th, we start the 2-week intensive on Progress Towards a Purpose. I do have a couple of slots left for one-on-one clients starting in December. And then there is a vision board, 2021 vision, that will be offered in December as well. It's not going to be your typical vision board because I've come up with some way that you can really look at the deeper vision board creation versus the external vision board creation. I won't tell you any more about that, but get registered for that. That is a free workshop. So as always, I'm sending you tons of love and lots of light. I want you to live the best life that you can now. You deserve it. So just say yes. Let's get on a call and see where it takes us. Have an amazing day and a wonderful week, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.